Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Spooner and I am here to talk to you today about the excess plastic waste that is being produced in this world, specifically from plastic bottles. So basically, if you've brought a plastic bottle with you today, do not fret. As long as it ends up in the recycling bin, then we will still be on good terms. Just kidding. But really, make my day and put the water bottles in the recycling bin if you choose to drink from one today. So why, may you ask, am I so concerned with this plastic waste that we as a human population are contributing to? Well, basically, right now, 1,500 water bottles are being drinking from. That may not seem like a lot to you, but as we will learn in the rest of the presentation, the amount of energy that goes into making these plastic bottles and then disposing of them properly is really quite mind-blowing. So, first off, we're going to talk about plastic, specifically water bottles, so we can get the facts straight. Then we're going to discuss the impacts of our uses of plastic containers on wildlife and the environment. Lastly, we're going to discuss recycling and other alternatives that we should be aware of. That way we can do something about all this. So, that being said, plastic. What is plastic? Plastics make up about 13% of the municipal solid waste stream, which basically means that all waste that we produce is plastic. Now, 13% might not seem like a lot, but this has come up from a 1% status 50 years ago. So 1% to 13% in 15 years is a little scary. Most of this 13% is made up of water bottles. So once again, water bottles. In 2012, the U.S. created over 14 million tons of plastic waste. So 14 million tons. Do you know that a car typically weighs 2 tons? So that is, 7 million cars worth of waste because we choose to use plastic containers. And the problem with this is that plastics take thousands of years to decay. So although, you may just have one small little water bottle if you don't think it's a big deal, that's going to take a long time to biodegrade, which it can't really be called that because it takes so long. And so because of this time lapse that it takes to decay, many wildlife species are being affected by this. In fact, the fish and wildlife are becoming intoxicated, which means they're basically being poisoned by the amount of plastic that we have disposed of on the earth and in the oceans. About 100,000 sea turtles and birds have died due to ingestion and entanglement, and that is a large amount of animals. That being said, in the ocean, there's typically 6 times more the amount of plastic that there is plankton. That's not right. So, because of this, declines in shorebirds are also happening, which is completely changing the ecological structure of these habitats. So, what do we do about this? Well, one would say recycling takes care of the plastic waste problem, but unfortunately, only about 30% of water bottles or plastic containers are actually getting recycled. Many people are just simply throwing them in the trash. The rest of these bottles, if they're not ended up in the trash, are being littered, thrown in landfills, or ending up in the ocean, which we just talked about, and obviously that's not a good situation. Interesting fact to keep you all awake out there is that recently the Great Pacific Garbage Patch has been discovered, which is an island the size of Texas completely made up of plastic waste and garbage. This is kind of crazy and it's kind of disgusting. I dare you all to look at some images online of it. They'll give you a real idea into what we're doing to our planet. So, we don't want the whole ocean to look like that toxic waste pile the size of Texas, and in order to prevent that, we need to look at some alternative ideas for how we consume things. Recycling. If we can get that percentage up from 30 to even 70, then we're going to see a lot less trash being disposed in places that it shouldn't be. If we can, think about reusable containers. Nalgene bottles, they're great. I mean, you can use them every day, wash them out, they're good to go. A lot of places like Dunkin' Donuts and places that you grab your favorite sodas will allow you to bring a reusable cup that they will fill for you at the same price of getting that size drink. So I would look into that. Also, water filters and water fountains. There's plenty around the park. If you get thirsty and you did not bring a water bottle, then please feel free to utilize those. The water is fine. And at home, you can do purification methods by yourself. Pure or Brita filters work very well also. So, that all being said, I hope that you're all not falling asleep on me. It's very important for us to think about our environment every day, whether it be what we eat, what we drink, what we drive. It's important. Next time you're tempted by an easy fix at the gas station, you see those sparkling water bottles in the fridges, try to think again. And remember that the little bottle that you are about to drink took 2 gallons of water to produce. Also, if you were to fill that water bottle about 25% full, that's how much oil it takes to produce that small little water bottle. Multiply that on a mass stage with how many humans are living on this earth today, you've got a lot of energy being put into an easy thirst quencher, and there are better ways to hydrate yourself. If you take these bits of information and spread them like wildfire, I do believe that we can make a change in our behaviors. Our consumption and usage of plastic containers is going to come to a halt when we run out of the energy that it takes to make them. So, that being said, it's up to us humans to consciously change the way that we are treating our planet, and it starts right now with your next sip of water. I thank you all for listening to me. If you are interested in learning more about anything that I spoke of today, please feel free to visit the Environmental Protection Agency's website on plastics. Also, if you pretty much Google plastic waste, which I very much encourage you to do so, you might find those pictures of the Texas-sized waste island that I hope will really put a kick in your step into a better practice every day when you are going to drink the water that keeps us all alive. Thank you very much, and remember, put those water bottles in the recycling bin and feel free to take full advantage of the water fountains that are given to you all throughout the park. Thank you, and I'm signing out.